Hi there, everybody. So I made an alternate using the Sweet Sunflower Paper Pumpkin kit, some of the components that came with it, and I coordinated it with my Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. This is still available in the current catalog, and this, unfortunately, we cannot get any refills. Oh, it was so popular, but it is gorgeous, and I tried to make the most of it. So this is one of the cards I made. I do have two more things that I made. I will do those in a separate video. This right here is just a little card using some of the things. I kind of cut them to make more cards out of it, such as using the gold foil honeycomb that came. I cut out the inside jagged and then I cut it in half, and that's how we got that, so that way I could get more. I recently did a card class. I'm already a step ahead of you to save time because I didn't want to bring out my die cut machine and everything. So what I used was crushed curry cardstock to make my own card base. It measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It is scored at 5 1/2. This was the 11. So you can get 2 card bases out of 1 sheet. I did a blank for the inside, and this is 1/4 in, so it would be 4 by 5 1/4. Then I cut, this is that foil. I used the tag from the kit. From my Celebrate Sunflowers, I did, oh, there should be 2 here. Shoot. I did 2, here it is. 2 of the leaves. I stamped them on, there was a green, this. So I had cut this. And then on the Celebrate Sunflowers, I used this flower here, but I trimmed off the leaves that were on the side to just make it a sunflower, and then I just fussy cut everything. This little guy here is going to help hold this down, so that's what you get. Oh, and then I have 2 bees. I believe they're in the envelope, so we'll get those later. I just didn't want to lose them. Let's see, we got 2 bees here. Yep, there they are. So we have this guy and this little guy here. Okay, so let's get started. So I don't need that because I've already cut out my leaves, stamped them and cut them. This here I cut 2 by 5 using the envelope that came with the Piper Pumpkin kit. So I cut it as close as possible to where it curves. I discarded this little piece here, and then I cut 2 inches in, and then I evened them out and cut it so it measured 5. And this is what I got out of it. You can see that's the part that got trimmed off. I trimmed it as close as possible, corner, a little rounded corner to the rounded corner, and then I trimmed off this, and it's right before the crease of the envelope. So I got 2 inches by 5 inches. Then I took some coordinating cardstock. I'm not sure what color I used. I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's in the kit. You can use anything. If you want to use a darker one to match, you can use that. Here it is. I believe, oh, maybe it's not on here, but you can use Blackberry Bliss. You can use Evening Evergreen. That is a little bit darker, but I think it would show up well. Anyway, I probably had 1 sheet left of something and I used it. But here we go. So this is 1/4 inch larger. 2, this is 2. So this would be 2 1/2. no, 2¼ by 5¼ Okay, so it's 2¼ by 5¼ larger, and that's going to be used as the matting. Got a little bit of the envelope here, the crease from it, but that's okay. We can maybe maybe get that out with our bone folder just a little bit. Use your scraps. I highly encourage it. You can make so much more with your kits. So I've already cut this out. I have already cut the leaves out. And let's get started. Now, we don't need this right now. Let's work on the front. So you're going to need your adhesive. I have a combination of my tape runner as well as my dimensionals, some liquid glue, and dots. What you're going to do is take your tape runner, run it along the edges of the envelope that was cut, and you're going to adhere it to the center of your card base. Pear Pizzazz, I believe this is Pear Pizzazz. So you're going to put that on. Then you're going to go to the back of that and this is really sticky, which is good. Then you're going to bring it out about 1/4 inch around, top, bottom, and side, and you're going to place it like so. Now, there's my little bees. I don't want to lose them. They're so tiny. Okay. Now, this little honeycomb, let's use this as a reference. This little honeycomb is going to go diagonal. I don't like that one sticking out. It's going to go diagonal like that. Now you're not going to adhere it down. You can, if you want, use your liquid glue, and on the back very carefully kind of put little spots around it, but we're going to use the adhesive from the back of your sunflower, from the back of your tag, and this little guy. These are all going to hold it down. Okay, so let's do the stamp. The stamp that I chose is from the sunflower, wishing you much happiness. It's going to be that one. I use the soft suede, and we're going to center it onto our tag. Just like that. Okay, now you're going to take some of your dimensionals, and I'm just going to put one on each side, one on each end. Let's peel those off. You can use your pick tool to get the backings off. I just forgot to lay mine out, and I don't want to make all this noise. So, oh, another thing. Yeah. You're going to take your little burgundy. These came in the kit. I just cut them in half. So these are those longer little pieces that were in there. You're going to put some tape on the back. Again, you can use the adhesive dots. You can use your liquid glue. This little guy is going to help hold this down. So we are just going to put a little bit, actually yeah. He's going to go a little bit to the right, but not quite to the edge. And then this one is going to go on top of it with a little bit showing. Then you're going to take your sunflower and you're going to add dimensional to that. I'm going to do 2 on here. And peel that off. And this is going to hold down your honeycomb. Okay, now you're going to take your flowers, your leaves. Where'd the other guy go? It flew over here. So you're going to take your leaves, and this one I'm going to use my liquid glue on the back. You can use your adhesive dots that are in the kit. Go ahead, I have some extras left over from many kits, so I always try to use my leftovers before I open up something new. And then you're going to just place your leaves. You can position them any way you want, and those are going to go under the sunflower. Kind of takes up this space that's over here on this bottom corner. Okay, now the bees. I'm going to use some mini adhesive dots, and I'm going to place them on the back side of the bees. And you can use my card as a guide. If you don't like the pattern, make up your own. Sometimes I look at a photo, or I'll be at a friend's house and she may have a card horizontal and I'll make it vertical, and it just works like that. Again, I'm going to use that guy to hold down that little foil, but this one I think I'm going to put closer to the flower, just like that. All right, so that is the outside of your card. Now the inside, I'm going to use my crushed curry that came with the paper pumpkin kit. I'm going to ink up the sunflower that came with the paper pumpkin kit. And I really didn't have to put all of it, but I'm going to at this point. I'm just going to offset it on my lower right hand corner of my card, and then I'm going to take my soft suede and the center of the sunflower, the stamp that's in the kit, I'm going to make the center of my sunflower. There you go. Now I'm going to put some adhesive on the back, and I like to carry over the pattern of the card onto the inside. A lot of my cards are blank that I make, and I just like to write my own sentiments. But adding a little bit of the image carried over and makes it a little fun. So there you go. That is one. And then if you want to really have some more fun and add a smile to someone's face, you can add it to the outer side of the envelope. And again, this one I'm going to put on the lower left hand side, and probably do something like that. And again, go and get my center of my sunflower and put that right there. There you go. Send a card out and let someone know that you're thinking of them. Okay, I will be back with 2 more projects that I made. One is the other card that I did using, remember when I cut my envelope, I still had the actual envelope part left over. So I used that on this one, and I used the evening evergreen. Okay, and then I did a really fun 3D craft. So I will show you how I made that. Okay, so thanks for watching, and have a great day.